Let's put Jeffrey Epstein aside for a minute. This should alarm most people who have a vested interest in seeing our most high-profile criminals stay behind bars. This is a facility that houses El Chapo. If anyone, needs to be in a facility that is closely monitored, well-staffed, well-funded, it's El Chapo.
Right.
And yet this is where, these deficiencies existed that allowed something like this to happen. It should be alarming.
To be frank with you, Colin, I'm actually not surprised that this happened. I find sometimes the security within MCC to be a bit counterintuitive. To the extent that I'm going in to visit a client, you get the feel as a lawyer or as a visitor, as family going in to visit, people within the facility, it has a feel of almost like a satellite Guantanamo Bay.
Usually the approval of removal from suicidal watch, it's the warden, it's the prison psychologist, it's oftentimes the prosecutors as well, and it can go as well remotely to DC, to the DOJ, so I think all of us are waiting to see exactly who approved release of that and when. That will be crucial also.
I mean, exactly, because the concern is whether we're talking about a high profile, notorious individual, or we're just talking about run-of-the-mill, inmate maybe from Manhattan or the Bronx,
right,
just maybe sitting in there. The fact remains this man did try to kill himself. We know that, there's probably a treasure trove of information that was in his head. There were, with respect to the investigation that the DOJ was still carrying on with the SDNY, the FBI, he was super assistful and helpful potentially to those investigations. You want to make sure that you keep this man alive. And to the extent that he had tried to kill himself, less than 2 weeks prior to that, even to the extent that someone signed off, if I'm vested in that case, I almost personally, as a U.S. attorney, am going over there and just taking a look and making sure that he's okay.